Hello all, welcome back to Sri Sai Tech Edu YouTube channel Read Lead Success. I am dealing with the subject Network Analysis and Control System. I have already done the videos on the Module 1 and Module 2 completely and I have already uploaded. If you have missed them, please do check out. And from Module 3 it is Control Systems, Module 1 and 2 is Network Analysis. In Control Systems, I have already started with some of the topics. Today we are going to study a new topic. The topic we are going to study today are, we have already done with introduction, types of control system, effects of feedback system, modeling of mechanical system elements. Now we are going to learn electrical system. As in the previous video we have seen there is a electrical counterpart for every mechanical system. Like we can write from mechanical system to electrical system, from electrical system to mechanical system, vice versa. So we will see now in this video what is electrical system. Anyway, this video is going to be of duration very less. Just we'll understand what is electrical system and how it is can be compared with the mechanical system, so that if any mechanical system is given in the question, we can convert into electrical system. So that we need to know electrical systems and how to write the electrical system equations. Electrical systems. The resistor, inductor, capacitor are the three basic elements of electrical circuits. As you know, electrical circuits have inductor, resistor, capacitor and a voltage source are the three basic elements of the electrical circuit. Then these circuits are analyzed with the application of Kirchhoff voltage law and current law. Already we have no Kirchhoff voltage law and current law in the network analysis also. In control systems also, electrical systems means we work with KVL and KCL only. Out of these three basic elements, inductor and capacitor are the energy storage elements and resistor is the energy dissipative element. We know that inductor and capacitor is nothing but it's going to store the energy, whereas resistor it is going to dissipate the energy. Consider the RLC series circuit which is shown in the figure. The equations describing the behavior of the system in terms of current are as follows. We can write this equation. We can write this equation using this figure. By applying KVL we can do that. Applying KVL is what? E is equals to, the voltage E is equals to, L is nothing but L into di by dt we need to write if there is an inductor. Then resistor is nothing but I into R, as you know V is equals to IR, whereas V is equals to L into di by dt. For capacitor it is 1 by C integral I dt. This is the equation from this network. You need to remember this also. Why? Because we need to convert the mechanical system given in questions they are going to ask. Write the analogous electrical system. If the mechanical system is given, we need to convert into electrical system. So to convert into electrical system, there are some rules that I am going to discuss later in the next topic. But today in this topic we will understand what is the electrical system and how to write these equations. For L, we are going to write L into di by dt. For R, we are going to write R into I. And for C, we are going to write 1 by C into integral I dt, that is equals to E. So, we know that E is nothing but 1 by C integral I dt. E naught is equals to EC. In terms of electrical charge, Q is nothing but integral I dt. We know that I is equals to rate of change of charge. I is equals to dq by dt. This you have studied in the network analysis also in the first two modules. I is equal to dq by dt. So if you want q, if differentiation go that side, integration happens. So integral I dt we will get. So we can write q is equals to integral I dt. The describing equations are as follows. Then this di by dt, we know that I is what? Dq by dt. So if you substitute in terms of I, dq by dt, you will get d square q by dt square. In terms of I, if you substitute dq by dt, you will get r into dq by dt. In place of I, if you substitute dq by dt, d by dt and integration get cancelled and you will get 1 by c into q, that is equals to E. So this is the equation in terms of the voltage, the voltage equation in terms of the current as well as charge Q. Similarly, for the RLC parallel circuit, the previous is the series circuit. For parallel circuit, we can consider current. As you know, current will be in parallel with the elements, whereas voltage will be in series with the elements. So current, if there is a parallel circuit, previously the equations we have seen for the series circuit. If the parallel circuit, inductor, resistor and capacitor is there, how to write the Kirchhoff voltage law equations. How we will write? In parallel circuit, I will be equals to C is C into d by dt and E is equal E by R. We know that I is equals to V by R. So E by R. So and I is equals to C into dE by dt we are going to write, or dV by dt for capacitor, and for inductor it will be 1 by R integral E dt. So you need to remember in terms of series how we are going to write C and R and L, and in terms of parallel how we are going to write C, R and L. So this you need to keep in mind. In series there is some of the things which are reciprocal, and in parallel there are differences. So in series we write L and R and 1 by C, whereas in parallel circuit we are writing C into dE by dt, E by R plus 1 by L integral E dt. So you need to remember the formulas and write accordingly. We can mention phi is equals to integral E dt. How we can do this is E is equals to, we know that d phi by dt. Electrical flux is equals to voltage is equals to rate of change of flux. We know that. So if you want phi, differentiation will go this side, so it will become integral of E dt. So in the place of phi we can write integral E dt. So in place of E we can convert into d phi. So in place of E if you write d phi by dt here, then you will get C into d square phi by dt square 1 by R into d phi by dt. Why? Because we are substituting in the terms of E. E we are writing, if integration is taking this side, E is equal to d phi by dt. So 1 by R d phi by dt plus 1 by L into, as integral E dt is nothing but phi is equals to I. So we have seen the series circuit with the electrical elements and parallel circuit with the electrical elements and its equations. In terms of series we write in terms of that is velocity, that is voltage, so that is the E, in terms of charge and current, whereas here we are going to write the equations in terms of current, that is in terms of phi as well as the voltage source. So you need to remember both the equations for the series as well as parallel to solve the problems. Why? Because they are going to give the previous video what I have discussed, mechanical systems. No, based on that they are going to ask us to write the electrical system from that mechanical system. That anyway I am going to discuss in the problems, but for that you need these equations, previous equations and these equations, and the equations which I discussed in the previous video about mechanical rotational or mechanical translational system. These are all equations you should know. So electrical systems is done in this topic. Now we have already done with the 5 topics. Now my electrical system is done. In the next video I am going to do the analogous systems. So after analogous system, what I am going to do is, I said this in the previous video also, after analogous system I am going to solve the sums based on these 3 topics. These 3 is theory. Okay, this theory is done. Based on these 4, 5, 6 topics I am going to solve the problems. So that these problems are very important. Compulsory questions will come from this and these also. So only after I'm taking the topics first. If you understand these 3 topics 4, 5, 6, then I can take the problems. So I thought in that way. In the next video I will do the analogous system. After doing analogous system I will do the problems based on the mechanical rotational and mechanical translational system and converting to electrical systems. So based on the equations what we have used in these 3 topics. After that I'll go for block diagrams. So after 6th topic, next will be problems video. So by this I'm going to stop the video here. In the next video we'll see analogous systems. Thank you from Sri Sai Tech Edu YouTube channel. Read, Lead, Success. Keep reading.